Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe? And which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
Hello, lovelies. The trending one, all about Tonto Dike's son with Churchill that just marked his 10th birthday after his reconciliation with his father. That's what I want to talk about this video. It's a trending one, very big trending one. My name is Judith, guys, and this is the Judith TV show. As you all know, I talk about marriage and marriage-related trending issues. And my name has a little touch of Ife attached to it, just a little touch of it, okay? So, dear friends, in trying to talk about this video, I'd like to address four people. First of all, I'll address Churchill, Tunto, Rosie, and then Andre. Probably Churchill and Pastor Jerry, and then Tunto, Rosie, and then Andre. So, let me start with Churchill. Churchill, the husband man. Churchill, thank God for you. But to be honest, I do not think you are fair to your wife the way you are going about this whole thing. Yes, granted, you'll be excited about the fact that your son returned to you after like 10 years. It's like, somebody that is lost, that you didn't know that this person was going to come back. And at the end of the day, this guy came back. So I understand your place of excitement, over the return of that boy by Tonto. I made a video and I congratulated Tonto. I gave her a capital congratulations. But then the way you are now going about it, so I've now begin to wonder: is this thing all about the boy, or all about you? Because um, we've not seen your wife around. I think Rosie, your wife, is out of the country for now. But whatever thing that happens, a simple video, you have not said anything about her, you have not made any post, about her or something. It's like she's forgotten, and she's, not involved in any way. That video that I made where I congratulated Tonto, for taking this bold step, and even Pastor Jerry for allowing God to use him to do this. And I also said to that Pastor Jerry, sir, I think you should have, insisted on, what is her name, Rosie being there, so that you'll have one or two things to tell her as a stepmom to this guy, yes, to this boy, that Tonto has someone he wants to marry. I think in September this year, that this is not all about her coming back to Churchill as a wife. There's a way you will talk to her that she will understand, and then you pray for them together as a family. I said that in that video. Only for this thing to now to get to the point that Rosie was not even involved at all, not mentioning of her, nothing at all. And she's now struggling to explain herself. Oh, the reason why allegedly she unfollowed her husband and husband unfollowed her, but she said it's not true. She even showed that they're still following each other and everything. But whichever one that it is, I think this one that she's left in the dark is just not fair. It's not respectful to her. So, Churchill, I want you to remember that this lady was there for you in your vulnerable state, when Tonto tore you to pieces, when it was like, you're a shadow of yourself. First of all, when she threw your mother down, that her father now insisted that he has to come and apologize to your mother. When she said that you're diabolical, that you're a Yahoo man, that you're 40 seconds man, that in fact she went to Daddy Freeze interview then and then repeated the same. Daddy Freeze was now, trying to cover her mouth. No, she said no, 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 she was saying it. Aside that other interview that she granted, I think up to part three, where she said much about you, that you tie red cloth and everything. Nobody, people believed her. Nobody wanted to give you the opportunity to like explain yourself. People believed her because it's like, okay, this is a man she has lived with for the 2 years that the marriage lasted, so she knows much more about this man. And then to you, you were dying inside because you know that everything that was said is not true, even if there are some that are true, but everything was not true. But this lady Rosie was there for you. You know you were not dating this lady when you were with Tonto. But that's the narrative that is out there. You have not come out in any way to like, identify with this lady. At every other point in time, you make it look as if, you just married her out of pity or something. But this lady provided a shoulder for you to lean on when Tonto tore you to pieces. Now that you have reconciled back your son, because your first daughter, people do not even know that Tonto is your second wife. Yes, that you were married to Bumi, the dark-skinned Yoruba lady. People that had your daughter for you. People do not even know that. A lot of people are thinking that, Tonto is your first wife, not knowing that you had a first wife, that Tonto is a second wife. Now, that first wife daughter, the daughter you had with her, is living with you people. He's living with you people. So why is Rosie not carried along now? It makes you look as if at you don't regard, you don't respect her. For men to even be coming out to make a post and tell you, look, you are not respecting for your wife, you're not respecting this lady. And now, Tonto, that is your ex, all in the name that you have reconciled with Andre, or that Andre has come back to you, and then you guys are marking his 10th birthday. You are now posting Tonto on your page and everything without posting your wife, without posting your wife. At least if you had posted her and then, written something there, that would be a respect that is due her. But this one is like she's totally forgotten. Churchill, I want to let you know, you don't buy the finger that fed you, because God is watching. And you have two daughters, one by Bumi and then another one by Rosie. If any man should do this thing to them, how would you feel? And how will you fight for your daughters? Why would you treat your wife like that, as if she's nobody? In the whole of this thing, she's not in any way involved. She's not in any way involved, even if she's outside the country. Okay, but there's a way you could have done it. She could have even done. You could have even asked her to do a recorded video where she'll be wishing Andrew a happy birthday. That way it balances one or two things. And then this lady is now forced to like be defending one or two things and all that, but you are not saying anything. You are not saying anything, and then you are now making it look as if I understand there's a guy that one fair guy that has tattoo all over him that wants to marry Tonto, that they're going to Wendy in September. Now, if that is true, then why would you now come and put wahala in your own marriage, and then only for her now to go and marry this other person? So it is left for you. She's also excited, for the past 10 years. Say, una never see. Talk. But you are not so supposed to now protect your own wife. But you are not doing that. Churchill, to be honest, you are not fair to your wife. You are not fair to Rosie. You are just not fair. And like I said, I've seen a couple of men, married men, that came out and told you, no, what you did, what you are doing, or what you did is wrong. Please write this wrong. Write this wrong. That lady is a human being. She's the mother of your children, King Churchill, and then I don't know the name of his sister. Okay, so write that wrong. And then Pastor Cherry Eze, sir, if it is possible, at least this lady should somehow be made to, she should be recognized as a human being, because the way the whole thing is going, it looks as if she has been thrown under the bus and everything, and I don't think it's fair on her. Churchill is not respectful to her. Please, look into it, and then guide Churchill on the best way to go about this, because I know that Tonto is a member of your church and everything, and then that they listen to you as their pastor. That's what it should be, so that at least things can be done properly. Because what's the point of somebody that is rejoicing in the Christendom, and somebody who is a born again Christian? What's the point that you're rejoicing and another is crying or another is hurting? It doesn't make sense. Before God, I don't think it makes sense. So please look into it and see what you can do about that. Then to Tonto, like I said, congratulations to you. The video that I did when made that post, and then Andre now called his father, and then this reconciliation journey now started and everything. I still congratulate you, for doing that. But Tonto, I think you are getting one thing wrong. If you say you are born again, okay, and that you want to make amends. You make amends and you make a holistic amends. You don't just make amends, because the whole thing now is starting out to be that maybe it's all about Churchill. It's no longer about the boy. The way you came out, you were praising Churchill, you love him and all that. So you begin to wonder what changed. Was it not the same man you told us is a Yahoo man? Was it not the same man you said is a 40 seconds man? The same man that you said is diabolical, he ties red cloth in the penthouse or whatever, that you also assaulted her mother and his mother and everything. However, if you are now coming out to make amends too, then there are other people like Principal Bogri. You also rubbish that one. All the things when you guys were going together, all the things you bought for him when there were issues, he went and collected it back. To the extent that the things you bought for his children, you also went and collected it back. But the point I'm making in this particular video is about Rosie. You know too well, Tonto, that Rosie was not dating you. She was not the reason that why your marriage broke up. You ruined your marriage yourself by virtue of now you confessed about it, you testified about it, so it's no longer that somebody is accusing you of this one that you do, this one that you do, and then anger issue and everything. You know that you said that, and thank God for coming through for you. But why were you treating Rosie as if she's the one that broke your home? Because that's the narrative that is out there. A lot of people have been cursing this lady and all that, and you're keeping quiet. It's not fair. It's just not fair. I know, like I said to now that I spoke to Churchill, that she's in Mexico, but could there not have been a way that maybe that time that what is it, Andre called his father? I mean, the call could also be put to the lady, and then just tell her, "Oh, how are you? How is everything?" That's just enough to send the message down the line that all is well. But leaving her totally out of it, Tonto, is not fair, because when you were rubbishing Churchill, you called him a 47. This man almost ended on depression. This lady was there for him. And with that 40 seconds, they produced two more children, King Churchill and then the sister. But for you now to come and you're doing it like this as if nobody is around Churchill again. And if it is true, Tonto, that you're getting married to that fair guy, that you guys are getting married in September or something, then there's no point of coming to cause this kind of a breakup here and then go and start enjoying your marriage. It doesn't work like that. Remember that you're now a born again Christian. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are new. Let things be done newly. Do you understand? Go an extra mile and make sure that at least you have done what you're supposed to do. If you're living every hurt, that in whichever way you're hurt or whatever way that you also hurt people, then you should make it. Should make it right. As a born again Christian, I don't think the way you guys are treating Rosie is okay like that. You could have even asked, even on your own, you could have even asked her, or even tell Churchill to tell her to make a video wishing this boy a happy birthday. But we see you praising Churchill, oh, that you love him. That is somebody's husband. As in, this one is a hair, what can you do? So when did that love now come about? If you love him, then what are you now going to do to the man that you said you're going to marry? The fair guy. When did it now come about? What changed? Because you guys were not in communication. You guys were not visiting. So if he was a Yahoo boy, if he's a diabolical man, and if he's a 40 seconds, how do you know that now that it has changed? For you now to have loved him, you love him so much, and you rubbish him like that, and you don't love his wife, and you don't respect his wife, no matter whatever, whether she's younger than you or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But the fact is that this person is a married man, and this person has a wife. So you ought to respect that. For that 10 years that you rubbish the man, you know that, what is his name? Churchill almost slipped into depression. But this lady was there. And you also know that, that there was just nothing between them. You met Bumi, his first wife. You made Bumi his first wife. Okay? It might not be that, everything was so detailed when he and Bumi was there. But at the same time, you know it was not Rosie that broke your marriage. You know that. Because I recall at that time the whole thing was happening. There's a lady that they said was working for Churchill in his office in Ghana that you also slapped over the fact that you started accusing her that he was befriending Churchill. As at that time, the truth about the matter is that all these ones and these ones were just the ones that was at war. The reasoning wasn't sound, and I don't want to believe the kind of person, if you can assault what is it, Churchill's mother, to push her down, that your father now insisted that you go and apologize to her. Then if Rosie had a relationship with Churchill, as at the time you were with him, you would have dealt with Rosie. Anybody who knows you with that level of whatever you were operating with that time, you would have dealt with this lady. But you know it's not true. And you allow that narrative to be flying. And then she was now excused out of this entire thing. How fair are you? This guy that you're going to marry now, well, I pray that God will give you male children and female children. Now, the female children, if grows up and gets married and she's treated this way, how would you like it? How will you feel? Because everything we do in life is a seed. Tonto, no, this is wrong. Find a way to balance it, okay? Much as everybody is excited about this reconciliation and everything, find a way to balance it. I don't think you're being fair to that, Rosie. Now, to Rosie, I'd like to say to you, see, Rosie, yes, I know the way things are going, or the way your husband handled it, and to an extent, Tonto is not respectful. But to be honest, I want you to stop talking at this point in time. All these excuses, all these explanations you are making, honestly, it's not adding up. It's not making sense now. This is not the right time because it will make people to drag you the more. It will cause you pains the more. Do you understand? If you keep quiet about this whole thing, it's better. Let people now be the ones that will be telling church, oh, now you're disrespecting them. Because I've seen even Daddy Freeze also told him that no, this is wrong. Okay, posting Tonto on your page without posting your wife and this person is your ex. That it doesn't make sense. There's another married man or two of them that I saw that on Facebook that posted that. But I want you, Rosie, to please keep quiet. You see all this interview that you are granted and everything. Please stop it. It's not necessary. Stop it. Let nobody say that you said. Just keep quiet about it. Okay. Like I said, what your husband do is disrespectful. But then you coming to grant interview here and there is not also helping matters, because before you know it, people will analyze what you said, they analyze what you said there, and by the time they start reacting at the comment section and you see it, you will also not feel happy about that. Because the truth about the matter is that what you're saying about Churchill, the way you are defending him, I know you lended him your shoulder, that time Tonto was rubbishing him when the whole thing started and everything. He was able to now stand, and then you also helped him. That is the major thing, to prove to the world that he's a man, that is not a 40 seconds man, because at the end of the day, that 40 seconds produced two children, okay? But what I'm saying is that at now, what you are saying, the defense you are giving, the explanation you are giving, is not adding up with what Churchill is doing. Except if Churchill takes you for granted so that he does anything he likes, knowing that you will explain it away, and at the end of the day, he also comes back home and then you will take him back and everything. I'm not saying that you should quarrel with your husband. There's absolutely no need for that, okay? Welcome your stepson, because the boy has come to stay. Just the way you welcome to Miss daughter. So welcome this other one. But please stop talking. The narratives you're pushing out there, the explanation you're putting out there is fueling the dragons and everything. So please stop. Let people now be the ones, netizens, be the ones that will be asking Tonto and Churchill questions on your behalf, but definitely not you. That's my one opinion, anyways. So, and hey, by the way, Rosie, it will not be out of place, even at this point in time, for you to put out a post and wish that boy a happy birthday. Yes, it will not be out of place. Take the enemy by surprise. Netizens that have been dragging you, take them by surprise. Put a post there, just wishing a happy birthday on your page, and then post it out there. It will not be out of order. Please do that. That will be very good of you. Okay. It will say a lot of positive things about you. Yes, it will mean a lot of positive things on your own side if you could just do that, okay? Because it's not yet late. I think the birthday was just yesterday or the day before yesterday or something, okay? Then I come to Andre. Andre, you are the winner in this whole matter, because I think from the post that your mother made, she said that you have been praying to God each time you guys go to church. Then, this kind of somebody that will be praying to God, to answer his or her request. That your request has always been, for your father and your mother to, come back together and all that, even if it's not to marry and all, because your mom already has somebody who wants to marry. So now God has answered your prayer. That's why I said that you are the one that won. You can see a lot of people that gathered to celebrate you on your 10th birthday. I am sure the memory of this birthday will live with you forever. But the key thing is that you have reconciled with your father, because this is your development stage, and then you really need a father figure, to be there for you, to guide you as a man, that you are, so that when you grow up, you become a better man in the society and all that. And thankfully, it is your father that is doing it, not a stepfather, but it's your biological father. That's one thing I am grateful to God for, about you, or for you. So congratulations, Andrea. Happy birthday to you. You will live strong. You will live well. You will fulfill destiny. You will see your children's children up to the fourth generation, because you grow up to be 20, to be 30, to be 40, to be 50, to be 60, to be 70, to be 80, to be 90, to be 100, to be... Andrea, should I still continue? Wallah, dear. Anyways, all I wish is a long life. Okay, if God keeps you 100, 100 plus, why not? Okay, in good health, in vitality, and all that. Okay, that's what I pray for you. And again, Andre, you know you are now the man. Okay, you are now the assistant man of the house. Do you understand? I see your stepmother. Love her, respect her. Do you understand? Whatever that happened between your father and your mother and herself, okay, be a bridge. Like you prayed for your father and your mother to come back together. Also pray for your family to be one, including the man that is just going to marry your mother now. Just be praying that God will bring peace all over, so that this way there will be peace and that way there will be peace. Okay, you never can tell. God hears the prayers of young people or minors like you, so to say, because it's coming from an innocent and a pure heart. So I want you to do that. Take that position of a praying for your father, your mother, your stepfather, your stepmother, and your other siblings, okay? Because you are now a big boy. Aside your elder sister that is senior to you, your younger ones, King Churchill, and then the last baby, the girl, I don't know her name. So you're now like a big brother. So you see, you're a big guy now. So you have to now be, praying for everybody, okay? And then be a good boy, do well in school, make your parents proud, make the nation proud, make your Pastor Jerry proud, and then respect everybody, okay? So that's all I want to say to you. Congratulations once again, and happy birthday, Andre Churchill Olakunle. Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to end this video here. Let me know your opinion at the comment section, because I've seen a lot of people trolling Rosie and all that, and I just felt for this lady. Okay, I just felt for this lady, but it is well. God will help her out. That's why I said to her that the best thing for her is to stop all this interview that she's granting and everything. Just keep your cool. Let people just I don't know, assume whatever thing they want. But by the time you now come and make an interview or grant an interview, whether to Daddy Freeze or to whoever, you are fueling the whole dragon and everything. So the thing will just change gear and then hit you harder. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me know your opinion at the comment section so that we can further the conversation there, okay? But I just brought this trending one, right now, so that we can talk about it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so very much for always watching my videos. Always, always, always. The Judith is out of here. Bye for now, dear.